Donnell Ballard is celebrating 35 years in entertainment. He's interviewed people like Juvenile, T-Pain's mother, rapper Too Short, the late Pimp C's mother, and many more celebrities.
All right, man. Welcome back to the hottest radio show in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We have another very special guest with us. We got Misha live with us right now, right here on WKNY Radio. Good evening. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine, and you? Thank you for inviting me on.
I know it. And you know what the crazy part about it? We've been playing phone tags. We've been all kinds of stuff been happening. It's almost like somebody did want us to get the interview done. Am I right?
You're right. You're so right.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. I want you to introduce yourself and then kind of tell us a little bit about your background and everything that you do.
Okay, well, my name is Cheryl the Pearl. I'm from the original rap group, The Sequence, from Sugar Hill Records.
Okay.
I have my own record label now that's called Black Bottom Entertainment. I have a new release out there called Your Way, My Way.
Okay.
We're the first female rap group to sell 500,000 units of a record called Funk You Up.
What?
And we're the first female rap group in the history of hip-hop to do something that we did. I was the A&R person at 19 at Sugar Hill Records. I was instrumental in signing Grandmaster Flash, the Furious 5, the Funky 4 plus 1, the Crash Crew, the Treacherous 3, Busy Beast, Uni G.
Wow.
Of the acts that came out of Sugar Hill Records.
Okay.
I'm a female producer besides up under Miss Robinson to produce hip-hop music. I wrote for the Sugar Hill Gang. I wrote along with Angie on Eighth Wonder and Apache.
Okay.
And Angie and I are the voice on the West Street Mob. Let's dance. No,
okay.
Steve, let's dance. Come on to get down.
I love that song. Oh my God.
Yes.
Did she on that?
Yes, that was
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. That is amazing. I gotta ask you this. Where do hip hop well, I'm trying to make sure I say this right. Where do you think hip hop is going now?
Yeah.
But keep it real with us, because we got a lot of independent artists out there that tune into this show. So I mean, is it different?
Yes, I think that of course it's different from what we started out doing on that line of hip hop. They have taken it to 3 or 4 different stages, from gangster rap to trap, and different. Every so many years it gets a different name.
Right.
But as long as they're doing it and they understand that the young kids are watching them, and we want to be careful in that lane that we don't mislead the youth.
Mm-hmm. You're so right about that. And it seems like that every household, almost every other house, have a hip-hop artist. Everybody wants to be a hip-hop artist. But I tell independent artists all the time that everybody is not fit to be a hip-hop artist.
Yes. Everybody's not going to make it.
No, they're not.
It's something that you're born with. It's inside your soul. When you're doing hip-hop, it's inside your soul. And you know when you that person.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's going to listen to, everybody's going to tune in on.
Yes.
And, they're going to get that type of thing. You got thousands of people going down that same lane. So you have to tag out and tag in with somebody else to get your shine, feature on other people's things. But
right.
If you're true to it, it will pay off for you. It will, if you're in the right connect, with the right people, or even you're doing it independently and you're selling your own music. That's
right.
the lane that you could take to get yourself out there and to have a career in this music game.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that is amazing. For those who are just now tuning in to us, we got Miss Pearl live with us right here on WKNY Radio, and she's giving us the hip-hop history and telling us about everything about hip-hop, and especially for all you young people and all the older folks that are tuning in to us. Y'all need to not go anywhere, because she is with us right now. We're talking about the state of hip-hop. That's the word I'm trying to come up with. The state of hip-hop. Where do you see the state of hip-hop going?
I think after this pandemic is over with, we're going to see a lot of independent artists step up to the plate. And we're going to see a lot of the artists that are already mainstream that may be sleeping right now being for a rude awakening, because everybody do want to do music. They want to do hip-hop.
Yeah, yes, they do. And you'll be surprised of how many artists every single day from here, Dallas, Fort Worth, and across the country and overseas that inbox me every day on Facebook or reach out to me on Facebook and say, hey, how can I get my music to you? How can I do this? How can I do this?
Yeah.
Well, I want you to give the artists, because that's what everybody come on here, I always get them to give some advice. What advice would you give to the up-and-coming artists out there that's thinking about getting into hip-hop or already in hip-hop?
You have to do your research. You have to have your music copywritten before you put on radio, because anybody can steal your music once you put it out there.
So
you got to make sure that your paperwork is correct. You got to make sure that you've either signed with BMI or ASCAP. Their blankets, so that when radio is playing your music, you're getting paid for it. I would suggest more than anything that you get in touch with the copyright office and or go on the internet and pull up the copyright office for music and fill out those forms, send your music in, and wait till your music is protected before you actually put it out there.
That's some good information, and I tell independent artists that all the time. Now, let me ask you this also. How important is it for an artist to have their sound mix and master? Because a lot of artists out there, they try to send me the song, and when I listen to the song, I'm like, this doesn't even sound like it's mixed and mastered. It sounds terrible. I won't even play it on my show.
Yeah, you can't play it if it's not right. And you have to tell them they have to go back and get it mixed correctly. People think that they know that part of the game, but that's a part of the game that masters know. You have to get your music to people that is in that game, and that is what they do, is mix and master.
Right.
It's for radio. Radio can play it if it's mixed and mastered correctly.
Right, exactly. I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah,
and also, you're right.
Worth it. It has to be mixed and mastered right, or it's considered amateur. You know, people can tell what you know by what you put
out.
Yes. Yeah.
You're right. You're so right about that. Wow.
You have to mix and master your music correctly.
Yeah, you're right. I agree with you on that. Now, we got to talk about this. You got this new record out, and you got some big plans. I want to hear about your plans.
I have my radio station coming up, which is Black Bottom Entertainment Radio.
I will be tuned in.
Yes, we're working on it now. As soon as I get everything in place, I will send it to you.
Okay.
And we're also, because I did it with the free radio thing, and they started putting in commercials where I didn't want commercials and stuff like that. So
right.
And we found another place that we could bring it up in, and we're going to see how that works. If that don't right, I'll bring it down again, because what I'm not going to do is let people put commercials where they
on your exactly, and make money off of you.
Yes. Yeah. They make money, but you ain't stepped to me about how we gonna make money together.
Right, so. Exactly. You're making all this money, but you're not sharing it with me. You do it, and I'm paying all this money for my own show.
So if you ain't putting money in my pocket, you sure ain't taking none out. That's
exactly.
And
I agree.
Now, so I'll try anything once, but when I see, we start getting a lot of people started tuning in, and then they just came in with their
commercials.
Yeah, commercials, and I'm like, I turned it on, and here come Geico and House.
Yeah, they see so right, 'cause they be on mine sometimes. Like, this man out there, they got a lot of money. You mean to tell me I can't get none of that?
Thank you. So they're not going to do that to Cheryl. Cheryl Pearl is not standing for any type of BS or whatever you want.
Right. I agree. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
And what people need to know is I'll start over again 100 times till I get it right.
Right.
I'm not going to allow anyone to take advantage of me at this point in my life. So when I reach out, I have a radio station. I'm also working on a television network.
Okay.
And I'm working on my own social media site because Facebook get on my nerves.
Oh, you know, everybody nerves. I think I need to get my own.
Now, you locking me down because I'm sharing information that's coming down the news feed, and they block me and stop me from sharing.
That's what they be doing to me.
Yeah, but I just put it in another folder and I share it another day because people need to know that, you know, they need to start paying more attention to what's going on in the
Yeah. We talk about that on my radio show all the time. You are so right about that.
They have to start paying attention because if you don't pay attention, there's other things that's coming that we can't see right now.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going
and it's getting worse.
Yeah, and if we're not prepared for it, you know, I feel I'm on my porch right now. I'm being honest with you. I don't care. I go to the grocery store and come back home. I make sure I'm supplied up, and that's how I am. Need to be doing is making sure that they got water, they got medicine, and they got house. So when they actually tell you for sure and for real you can't come out your house, you are prepared for it.
Yeah, you sure right about that. And also make sure you got plenty of canned goods, food. Make sure you got all of that. Make sure you keep your ice box loaded up with food. Because I know I keep my ice. I got a 13-year-old son. And so it's important for me to keep plenty of food inside my house.
You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to not just, you know, run. Instead of running to the hair store, do your own hair. Instead of running...
Yeah.
Do your own nails instead of putting your feet and all of that. Get your own, you know, get somebody to polish your toes for you.
Right.
Being dumb to this thing is killing an awful lot of people.
Yeah, so many people don't die from this coronavirus.
Thank you. Get to know your family better. If you your children, your wife, and your children get to know your family. Maybe that's why God slowed things down for me.
He can do it.
To be at, you know? and more than anything, supply up, you know, medicine. Got what you need in there. Make sure you got what you need in your house to hold you down until this thing is over with. Now they talk about big bees about to fly around here and start stinging.
You got a big bee? Oh man! So anything else you got that's going on? You want us to know about?
No, just the future things that's coming in the future.
How can they pick up your record?
I'm going to step back into hip hop with some rappers that I have. Some people that's actually doing messages and are saying things to deter the younger people away from the violence that is going on. We stop killing each other. They killing us. We got to stop killing each other.
Oh my God, you're so right about that.
We got the cops killing us. Everybody killing us.
And we killing us.
We gotta stop this. We gotta be a little bit stronger than that. You know.
Yes, I agree with you on that. Wow. You're so right.
Every time I come down the news feed, the police that killed a young man from jogging. You know.
Was that in Florida? Georgia.
I don't know who these people were. The father and the son chased this young black man down and killed him.
Yeah, I think it was in Georgia.
I think it is in Georgia.
That is sad.
Animals, we got to stop this mess. We got to be able to stop. We got to come with new laws. We need some of these people that are in position. You know, our leaders. We need to see y'all. We need for y'all to step up. You know,
step up to the plate.
But we need somebody like a Dr. King or Malcolm X to stand up. You know, Farrakhan, he's getting older now, but that's the wisest man that I listen to.
Me too. I listen to him too.
You know, black people, we got to do better.
Yeah, yes, we do. I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, we got, and there's more of us on this planet than it is of any other race.
Yeah, you so right, and that's why they killing us. It's too many of us.
It's too many of us. You know, we got more millionaires and probably billionaires now than we ever had in our lifetime.
Yeah.
I can't understand why aren't they buying up land so that black people that just want to move on that land can come together on that land, some kind of peace. We ain't got to go to their banks. We ain't got to go to their.
But you know what they're looking at?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what they're looking at. They're looking at how we act in our own neighborhood. If you think about how we act in our own neighborhood, what all do? We kill, we break in each other's houses, we do all kinds of stuff. And my thing is, until we stop doing all of that, I think our own people just not gonna trust us.
Listen, they need to go back to the type of mom I had, where you get your, excuse my language, but you can get your ass.
This is all folks radio.
Radio people, but Charlotte Pearl is on the real 100%. Some of
we want.
But cut. Some of them need them mamas like we had growing up.
Yes. You know what? I'll be 49 on Mother's Day, and I know exactly what you're talking about. My mom did not play. I remember, I go back when the neighbors did not play. When the neighbors had a right to discipline you. Like, I mean, the whole community came together. But see, we don't have that no more. I talk about that.
Thank you. I used to go through Black Bottom where I was born and raised there. I could go to somebody's house to get food, and I stayed at Miss Gladys' house, God bless her soul. And if they caught me wrong, they could cut my butt and send me home. And by the time I got home, my grandmama knew that I was showing out, or my sisters were showing out. And when they came through the house, she said you was around there showing out, and all you had to do was say no. That mean you calling that older person a liar. You got your ass cut twice for that. Yeah, you sure right, because my mama did it too. After the neighbors did it, that's when my mother got that belt and she told my brother. So I ended up with, you're right, I ended up with two whoopings. And one thing about the mothers back in the day, the moms don't play. Yeah, you felt embarrassed because you would hear them on the phone talking to your aunts and everybody, telling everybody about what you done did. Yeah. So you felt embarrassed. See, what they doing now is they letting these kids, they trying to be friends with their children. Listen, my nieces and nephews ain't my equal. You understand? I don't have children, but they not my equal. If I had them, they would not be my equal. If you step out of line, I'm going to put you right back in your place. Exactly. I agree. And let me ask you something about this, because you're making a good point when you say that, because I remember my mama talking on the phone. Yeah. And all of a sudden, I come in the living room. The first thing she asked me, what you want? And then I said nothing. Okay, she's like, take the butt back in the room. She said, when grown folks are talking, you better not get in it. You better not say a word. You better not even be looking at her, because she'll look at you crazy. My mother, that look tell it all. My mother had a look that when she looked at you, you knew that was not that I'm playing look. Mm-hmm. You know how to jump back in your place as a child. That's right. And so my thing is we have to raise our kids better than what we've been doing. You sure right about that. But you know the sad part about it, we can't. Well, I think what it is, a lot of people are scared to raise their kids because if you raise the kids, you already know that the kid's gonna say, you with me? I'm gonna call the police. You know what I did? We call the police. Listen, I tried that with my mom one time after we got the boy cut. I'm calling the police. She said, well, you can go live with him. Yeah, thank you. When it came knocking on my mama's door because she was cutting our butt, the police came on down. My mama said, did your mama cut your butt? He said, yes, ma'am. She said, I didn't get away from my door. These my kids. I'm going to raise my kids so you don't have to put them in jail. Get away from my door. And no, you know what? If you don't raise them, they gonna kill them. Thank you. They gonna kill them. They ain't gonna put them in jail. You finna be dead. Kill them. So to know this, these young kids need to know that their life is in danger. Every day, every single day. you walk out your house, your life is in danger in this world here. Until
it's not like it was back in our day, because, back in our days, I remember my mama could leave their door open all night. Not one person would come in their house. Not one person.
Mine too. One person came in there one time, but after my mom had a gun, and
she fixed that dish.
Never came in our house. You could leave the door open with $1,000 on the front.
You sure can. I remember those days.
They said, "Oh no!
You better not do it now."
We're running behind that man shooting, and she wasn't in. Don't come nowhere near her and her kids, because that's how it was back then. You understand? So,
but that's when people care, though. But right now, nobody cares about. They don't even care about their own self. So you can't expect them to care about you because they don't care about their own self.
Yeah, and that's sad to me. That's sad because they say hood kids is the worst kid. Well, I was a hood kid. I grew up in Black Bottom. We moved from Black Bottom to Saxon Home to the projects, and we had fun being kids. But life, we knew how far to go with our parents, and how if you cross that other line, you know what was over on the other side of that line.
I remember when my mom got a switch, and she got that switch, and I remember that just like it was yesterday. And I was only about 10, 11 years old, but she tore my butt up with that switch. And then when I went over to my uncle's house, my uncle didn't play either. Uncle, I remember my uncle, as soon as I say something crazy, he wouldn't whoop me. He'll peach me.
Okay.
Real hard. I felt that. Okay. I still remember that like it was yesterday. He's still living. But it just show you back then was definitely different compared to how the kids are now.
Yes.
And it's sad.
Yes, and so Mama used to send us out to get the switch, and we better not come back with a little switch. We had to pick 3 switches, and she would braid those switches up and let you go in there and take your bath. And you said, "Mama, where the towel at?" And she said, "Oh, don't worry about the towel. Just come on out the door." And as you coming out there, she tearing your little butt up because you done did something. You wasn't supposed to go down to that river. I told y'all to stay away from the river. You went down there anyway. You could drown in that river.
Yes.
But knew not to go back nowhere near that river again.
You're right.
A butt cutting ain't going to hurt them.
No.
Nobody to kill their kids, but you're going to have to get a handle on it. You are. Because, and you know what? I know you're right, because I used to work for the Fort Worth Independent School District. I work with all these bad kids. And if I tell you, them kids come to school angry. They already angry. By the time they get into school, they made it the whole world, like the whole world don't do something to them. I used to have to, it was one kid, and every time I talked to this kid, he never would talk to me. There's no love. There's no love in that house that child came out of. You understand?
You're right.
There's no love in that house. When kids come angry, it's because there's no love in that house.
In that house, you're right. You're so right.
My mother said, "I love you, but I'd rather cut your butt than for somebody to kill you." So
thank you. You're right.
We were loved, and it's a lot of kids that don't love in the house.
No, they're not.
You got people that hate themselves that's got children.
Yeah. Oh, that's sad. That's scary. It should be some kind of test that they take before they even let them kids go. I mean, before they let that baby go home.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm serious about it, because everybody's not fit to have kids. Everybody's not fit to raise kids.
There you go. I saw on Facebook the women had their 14-year-old girls, and looked like it's about 15 or 20 of those little girls, 14 years old, out there twerking in front of grown men.
That's sad. I would have, if that was my daughter, I would have tore her butt up.
No, but see, they allowed their children. How could you let your 14-year-old daughter get out there and be twerking in front of grown men?
First of all, I wouldn't even have to worry about that. Because that's what she won't be, because I watch everything that go on. If I see my child, because my oldest daughter now is 23. But if I see if my daughter was doing that when she was growing up, well, you talking about a whooping? She would get a whooping on her life. And then guess what? That man will be in jail.
Thank you. You don't do that. You don't put your child out there, because you got pedophiles out there first of all that will follow your child.
I'm gonna tell you what happened a couple of weeks ago. we had this. I ain't gonna say his name, but we had this man. He came. He approached me, right? And the first thing he tell me, he would tell me about my neighbor kid. So the first thing he tell me, he say, I got a problem. I said, what's the problem, man? You see your neighbor over there? I said, yes. Well, your neighbor, little girl was looking at me. I said, so? Well, I'm concerned about her looking. I said, so don't worry about it. You can't stop them from looking. Yeah, but she was looking at me like she want me.
Oh no!
And I told him, I said, listen, that's a child. That 14-year-old girl ain't thinking about you. Trust me, she ain't thinking about you. Well, I don't like that. I said, well, ain't nothing you can do. Just don't pay no attention to it. I said, some things you don't need to pay attention to. Is that for you to be worried about a 14-year-old? Tells me where your mindset is at.
Okay. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, if she look at me, so what? I'm not gonna pay no attention to that.
That's a chap.
Yeah, but to me, it sounds like something else is going on in his mind. But she's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. Okay, there you go, right there.
That you see.
That's the mindset.
Yeah, that's the mindset that he has. And if that child continues to look at him like that, you'll never know what he's gonna. I'll give you some money. I'll do something. That child is in danger.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I need to go let her mama know.
Yeah.
Go let her mama know.
Yeah, we gotta do better.
We gotta protect we gotta do a better job of protecting our kids.
But protecting the kids.
I mean, because even the boys can be more in danger.
Yes. Everybody's in danger.
Mm-hmm.
The world is not being nice to nobody right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I believe God intervened with this virus not to kill people. If God didn't do it, then man did it, and man has to answer for it. But we don't see a lot of planes in the sky, so even the world, the earth itself is healing right now.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Pretty, and I mean the prettiest blue I'm seen in a while, and a lot of things are fixing itself. So it's fixing itself. We are to fix ourselves. We are to love our children.
That's right.
Teach our children. That you know, they're going to school. School don't teach them everything. My mom taught us after school. We had to still read books when we got home.
Oh yeah.
See? So
I tell you, my 13-year-old son, I think he's at the library all the time. He loves going to the library. He goes to the library. He get books. He get videos. He get all that. Yes,
we have to teach them how to live on this earth, how to learn how to invest your money. And
yes.
They don't teach them in school. If my mama didn't know something, she made sure we knew it.
Yeah, you're right.
She said, if I didn't know it, and this is as far as I can go with y'all, because my father got killed when I was a little girl, so my mom to step up and be the mother and the father. But we had grandparents, my grandparents pitch in, uncles and aunts pitched in, and they made sure we stayed in that right lane. You know? But I could learn something from all of them. She said, what we don't know, you have to go to people that know it, or you got to go to that library and you got to learn about what it is that you want to do with your life.
Yes, right.
Be, and you have to pick those books up and you have to read them, Cheryl. So I tell all the young people out there, you already know who you are. You already know who you want to be.
And you know what? You make a good point. You just brought something up to my attention.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back into the hip hop real quick. It was just one artist I was working with, and I always tell the independent artists to get you a plan together. If your plan to be a hip hop artist, what you need to do is set you up a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, a 1-year plan. Where do you want your music to be at less than a year?
Right.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
And then you start working on that first goal. That first goal is to get your CD out. Well, you need to start working on that first goal.
Yes. But then it's radio stations all over the world. So when you're doing your research on this industry, how you get your paid, be it internet or on regular radio, you have to get all of that in line, in tune, because just doing music, unless you're selling it out the trunk of your car, like Master P and some of them did, you have to know how to get your music on radio. You got to know how to get your music in movies and soundtracks and different things, because if one thing don't work for you, maybe if you get it on the soundtrack, somebody doing the movies. They used to have directories. You look up music industry directories, then you have the emails and the numbers to get in touch with people that can help you get to the next stage of where you want to go with it.
Wow. You know what? Thank you so much, Ms. Trail, for coming on the show, talking to my wonderful listeners and telling them, because we got a lot of people overseas in Spain, London, the UK that tune into my show, and thank you so much. Anything else you want to say before we let you go?
Well, I'm Shirley Pearl. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram at the original Shirley Pearl. My website and all of the stuff that I'm putting together will be up under construction now, but you'll be able to go to blackbottoment.com very soon, and it will tell you everything that we're basically doing to either get the pioneers back involved in the hip-hop so that can redirect things and bring some positive music out. Or
I like that. We need that.
If you're an artist and you want to send some music to me to listen to, or for my company, you can send it to blackbottoment@yahoo.com.
Okay.
And I'll get back in touch with you. Or if you're on Facebook or Messenger, all you got to do is hit me in my box. I read everything that anybody send me, and I try to people as soon as possible. So.
And if they miss that, then they can just send it to me, and I'll make sure you get it.
Thank you. See artists that look like, they know what they're